Hello everyone. Hello, this is Kathy from Divine Debut, Kalimera. Good day to you, good morning. Hope that you're all well. Today is the 9th of May. It is a Saturday, and for a lot of you that have been following me, know that I don't usually read for tomorrow, Sunday. So I'm going to say that this reading should be important for you the next couple of days. And for those of you that are watching this at a later date, know that the message could be important for you. Thank you so much for your comments yesterday on that grand tableau. I will be doing that reading whenever I feel called to do it. Today I felt like going back to the divine spread. That's what I need to do, and just letting you know now, the moon is in Sagittarius. There is a sense of positivity. Emotionally, we're open to the truth, open to sharing our truth, open to emotionally ready to take that risk, go on that journey as we've been looking within. We have become the philosophers. Now, what's interesting is that the moon is right across from Venus. Venus in the sign of Gemini. Just one thing I'd like to point out is that for those of you that you've got important planets, or your sun or your rising are in mutable signs, so Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo and Pisces. For those of you that are born at the last 10 days of the sign, know that Venus now has totally stopped there, which makes her very, very powerful. For instance, someone has got their sun at 20 degrees, okay? Venus is stopped right on top, okay, at that degree. If you're a Gemini, let's say, your sun is at 20 degrees, Venus is right there with your sun. Now, I said, of course, the mutable signs because that's the cross in the zodiac, right? So Gemini is here, Sagittarius is right across, we've got Virgo right here, and the cross is Pisces. Mutable means something changing. It's not fixed energy, so we have to be ready for changes where love, values, money is concerned, and we have to be ready to collaborate and see what we can change in our lives. Now, Venus, in the next few days, in 4 days, she is retrograding, and I hope that you all enjoyed the Saturn retrograde special that I uploaded for all of you. If you have not, check it out. I will be doing a Venus special for each individual sign. I'll be looking at the astrology in the beginning. Just like the Saturn reading, I will do that for you. Let's have a look at today's message. Today, Karma Dharma. Please, Spirit, what is the message today? And we have the world card. And the world is fixed energy. It's the 4 fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. And we know that the sun is in Taurus. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday. Mercury has now moved over the sun and it's racing towards Gemini. It wants to go and meet up with Venus. There's going to be a meeting. Mercury loves to be in the sign of Gemini. It's its rulership, its home. So we're racing to catch up to our beloved, our loved person, the person that we love. Is it a family member? Is it a work colleague? Is it a friend? Whatever this is about, whatever you're watching this reading for, Mercury's racing to have that important conversation where things are going to be shared and hopefully cleared out so we can leave past karmic situations. This is a completion, the world card, and the world is a successful ending to a very important chapter. Very karmic as well. We do have Saturn up here. As you can see, the glyph of Saturn is there. And we've got the little fool here in the middle, which says, obviously, that is what is ahead. Okay. a new cycle. Let's have a look at today. The world card, of course, cycles, but also the world at large, very Sagittarian energy. Now, the world, of course, means people from other cultures as well. We know that the lockdown for flight travel is still here. Let's have a look, everyone. What does the Witch's Tarot want to tell us today? I feel as though I need to cut the deck. At the foundation, everyone, we've got the shadow side, Saturn. Wow, the fear of expansion, the fear of coming together with the world, the fear of this difficult cycle, this karmic cycle, never ending. You have to think positive. We all have to think positive and know that this too shall pass, okay? Now, Capricorn does promise, of course, Saturn promises the rewards after the hard work. And as I said, we're moving into Saturn retrograde in about 2 days. So I'll be back here on Monday to do your reading. Saturn should be roughly retrograding then. So let's see what's going to happen. Retrograde means going back to see what was so difficult, the cycle that we could not break, any restrictions that we've had for business with the world, collaboration with people who are at a distance. All this social distancing has been very treacherous and very fearful. We've been fearing the worst, but I'm going to say that Saturn now is going to let us breathe, as we know that Saturn is more about fear. It's the fear, of course, of the dark, the darkness, so that shadow side. And there's shadow sides to everything, but this was something huge from the beginning of 2020 that Pluto is trying to transform, trying to dilute, as back in January 12th, Saturn and Pluto met, right? That's when all this started. Let's see what's hidden. And we've got the Five of Wands, another card of demons and fear. We know this is, it's like a nightmare. But it is the five. I feel as though because the five of Wands is not that difficult. In the Witch's Tarot, this is amplifying the fear. So I feel as though some of you are going overboard of being scared that the worst is going to happen. And some of you may have literally had nightmares with dragons and what have you, and death. And obviously you are in your shadow side. You need to know that a speck of light, which is right here, look at the light. A speck of light overcomes, it trumps the darkness. So believe that when there is the faith and the highest good, we know that there is a higher energy, a divine protection, and we need to believe in that, whether it's on a collective scale or on a personal scale. The light always wins. In the recent past, 10 of Pentacles. So this may be anything to do with your money, a family situation, a marriage, security, of course. In the now, we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords could be on a collective scale. This could be a leader, someone who speaks their truth. I have been looking, like I do my own spreads. And I don't often do this on a collective scale, looking at the things for the world. And what I saw today, which I actually did it today, and I had the King of Swords. So this is a world leader who's very intelligent. This could be, of course, on a personal scale, someone who is in your life, who's very intelligent, who they're going to sever ties with the fear that is being fed to the world. They're going to speak their truth. They're going to bring up things that have been secretive and hidden. And this is more than likely a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. For those of you that are familiar with things like that, you probably understand what I'm talking about. King of Swords is someone that is very true. They want to bring in the justice. And the King of Swords, of course, is going to sever ties with a past karmic cycle. They're going to speak their truth. They're coming through with it so that they can forge a brand new cycle, bring in a brand new reality. What's the goal here? And we've got the Ace of Cups. So obviously this King of Swords could be talking about love. He could be talking about his truth on matters of love, but also severing ties with people that have not been coming from love on a collective scale. Ace of Cups, the truth that's going to come out, that we're going to hear, people, the message that's going to come through is going to start something wonderful for us. And it's interesting that my spread did finish with the Ten of Cups. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It finished with that Ten of Cups. And I'm going to say that, you know, things that have been hidden on a collective scale, they're all financial. So whatever means and whatever weapons people are using to plant the fear within the world and the communities, you know, through humanity, it's not going to work. Let's have a look at the action and advice. And we've got the Star. And yes, we did. I had the Star as well. Yes, which is Aquarius. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is all about the truth. It's the future. It's also the person who's going to stand out. This is an ingenious mind. Ingenious mind, like really. Whatever truth is going to be revealed, even on your own matter, it's going to be a source of hope and a source of healing. Okay. And it's also starting you may also be getting that indication of that wish fulfillment that you've been hoping for forever, as the Star is something very far away, okay, but it's something you've been wishing upon. The outcome is the Sun, well, Leo, and the general energy in my reading was the Sun card. I wasn't using this deck, I was using another deck. So the Sun in that deck is very similar to the Two of Cups. It shows two people that are looking at each other, gazing in each other's eyes. So it's very similar to the Two of Cups, but it means agreement, being on the same page. Again, a card of healing. We've got the two very positive illuminaries here, everyone. Now, the Sun is Leo. Leo is leadership, kingship, but it's also generosity. We know that Leo people are very generous. And I want to say that Leo, of course, is the Sun. The Sun is clarity, it's healing, it's children, it's creative pursuits. It's also a risk-taking. So I'm going to say, whoever is speaking their truth, they are taking a risk. Could be, you know, they may have had issues with family, okay, fears around family, their security, their stability. They are willing to take that risk, as we do have also the Fool here, right there in the center. Someone is ready to take that leap of faith. Let's take what's in the divine position. As I said before, the light trumps the darkness. We've got the light here, we've got the darkness here, which is at the root, and we know that this has been planted for a while. So coming out of the fear in whatever we are dealing with is going to take a bit of time. We have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, which is someone who is trying to manifest their goal. They can actually see their goal, and it's been really, really hard. I feel as though we need to push one more step further, as this does turn into the Ace. The Ace is the light coming on, Ace of Wands. It is the person that's ready to take that risk. Let's take another card. And we've got the King of Wands. King of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. We do have Leo here. We do have Leo. And I have already mentioned the Fool. For some of you, it could be Aries. Now, the King of Wands is someone that is very spontaneous. They're going to go with what they desire. There is a very playful side also. If this is a Leo that you're dealing with, they've had it hard, okay? Even though this is someone who is quite playful and quite jovial, and jovial rings Sagittarius, I'm going to throw that in as well. There's been many burdens here, many burdens. Now, I'm going to say for some of you, yes, it could be the same person, as I usually see air and fire as very quick to act, to react. For others of you, this is a 360-degree change, if this is the same person, as the King of Swords is someone that is withheld. They do not speak of desires. They only look at the details. They're very calculating. Here, it's someone that doesn't look at details and they just dive in. So, if this is the same person, they're ready to do that. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is someone's made their choice. Others of you are making a choice between two different people, of course. You may be dealing with two different archetypes here. If this is the same person, someone who's been holding back on their emotions, now they're ready to act on them. And we know that the Sun is also the card of true love. Okay, so let's have a look at love. For those of you that have been dealing with someone very dark and very egotistical, egocentric, narcissistic, that cycle is obviously ending. Okay, and the King of Swords, doesn't matter if you're feminine or masculine, you know, the King of Swords will speak their truth and they will use that sword to even sever what is heavy for them, something that they don't value. Let's have a look at love. We have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, friends or family, as we do have the family card here as well. For some of you, you may have friends that are more than family. That does tend to happen. We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, so chemistry is very much about fire. There is passion here. And wow, I don't know, this unrequited love keeps showing up. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I'm going to say that for those of you that have been dealing with someone, because the Capricorn card here, the Devil, for those of you that have been dealing with someone that was only about the physical attraction only, and there was no emotional connection, then there's unrequited love. It's only a sexual thing. So you're going to have to discriminate the person you are dealing with. How did they come across to you? I'm going to say the King of Wands is usually someone that is very fiery. They do move towards their desires, but there is also a sense of generosity and a sense of nurturing if this is a Leo that you're dealing with, okay? If this is, I'm going to say, if this is Aries, I feel as though, because Aries is right here, and Aries is me, my, I. So there could be a sense of selfishness. And I'm not saying that Leo, the shadow side of Leo, is not selfish. It's not that they're selfish. It's that Leo tends to be a little bit egotistical, not selfish. Aries, I'm going to say the shadow side of Aries could be a little bit selfish, as it needs to provide to itself so it can start that journey, okay? And doesn't mean that all Aries people out there are nasty. My daughter is Aries, so please don't take it wrongfully. Let's see what else we've got here. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And we do have the Ten of Pentacles here. And we know that the King of Swords could also be anything to do with that red tape, legalities, things like that. So we have had the finances and career recently. And I'm going to say that, and I said it again, for those of you that are thinking if there hasn't been communication, there's been someone has ghosted you. The problem is either family or finances or fears that are holding this person back. You may feel that there is unrequited love here. That's not going to be for all of you. Let's have a look at the bottom. And we've got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. We had this recently. And we know that Saturn is all about karma and timing. Okay? So let's have a look at, let's take a couple of Lenormand. Now, the unrequited love, some of you may be dealing with someone that was the playboy, let's say. Someone that liked to play, they didn't want commitment. Maybe financially, this could be someone that financially is not feeling stable. And they're hoping to do that before they can actually move towards a commitment. Okay, so it's going to be a different story for all of you. Let's have a look here. We have the feminine, the divine feminine here. So if you are female, this is you. For those of you that are masculine out there, those of you that are males, obviously, and you're interested in females, this is the person you're interested in. Okay, let's see. Wow, the fox again, and we had that yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. The fox means intelligence. The fox can mean, it's very similar to that Seven of Swords. The fox can mean suspicion, of course, but it can also speak of someone who is quite cunning, so it requires caution. So what I feel here is this divine feminine, she is looking straight at the stars, so she's hoping for a wish fulfillment. She's going to be very intelligent. She's been very cautious in her movement forward, okay? And, you know, I feel as though if she's been dealing with someone that's been quite the trickster and quite selfish, I would say that she's going to move on. Now, this is the anchor here, and this can speak of resilience. So she may, if she's been dealing with someone cunning, she has been, you know, putting up with being in this circumstance because of a karmic cycle, which is going to come to an end. But also the anchor speaks of durability. So she's strengthening up. She's wanting to lay her foundations. She's being very, very intelligent. She is looking at the star, which is the future. I would say she is planning for the future. And for her security, she's planning. What's at the bottom? And we've got the bouquet. Now, the bouquet is a card of flattery. It's a card of pleasantness, something pleasant. It's Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is a blessing. This could also be an offer that's coming through. So an offer to date, to, you know, something that's very pleasant for you. Let's take more cards. Beneath the Two of Wands, we've got the Page of Cups. Very interesting. It did show up recently. Page of Cups, an unexpected offer, communication, an offer of love. Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is someone who usually thinks more. He doesn't, whereas the Page of Cups is more, you know, it's the juvenile energy. The child is innocent. It will just go for it. The Knight of Cups is someone many times that may think but not act. So I do feel that this is, even though it's a sense of going backwards, this could also mean during the time of the retrogrades in the very near future that the this Ace of Cups that the page is holding will be communicated. Knight of Pentacles, no movement at all in the past. All right, let's take a few cards. Let's have a look at the World card. Now, we did have that full moon in Scorpio a couple of days ago. Right across that is Taurus, and we've got the World card, which is the fixed signs. We've got Leo and Aquarius, which are the other two fixed signs. So what culminated for you? Have you seen anything in relation to Plutonian matters? What's been shown to you? What is going to be shown to you? As I said, until the next new moon, which is 22nd of May, the new moon in Gemini, which is new beginnings, communication, business, collaboration, siblings, neighbors. I'd love to hear your comments. Let's have a look here. We have the Queen of Wands, and we've got a couple. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. So Queen of Wands we know is someone that's usually very generous, very magnetic, very beautiful. Queen of Wands, a very desirable female, very lucky as well. She comes along with luck. And we've got the King of Pentacles here. Wow. 3 kings again, everyone. Wow. Okay, so 3 kings we know are all about protection. There's a lot of power here. Now, the King of Pentacles, who is Earth, usually Taurus. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For others of you, it could be any sign, of course. King of Pentacles is someone that is looking at their stability. They are calculating, yes, he's holding that Ace of Pentacles. We know that King of Pentacles holds a lot of value and they're very stable. But they're also, and this could be a father, they're also someone that other people depend on. So they tend to come along with obligations, with, you know, support. Either the support is from family to them. It could be, you know, a leveling up. So what they've given, they will be receiving. Now we've got King and Queen of Wands. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Swords. For many of you, this is going to be the same person. What I feel, for those of you that have thought in the past that there was unrequited love, we know that the King of Pentacles is someone that's very, they don't show so much emotion. How they show their love is through actions. So through providing for us, let's say, King of Pentacles is not the one that's going to, usually, not the one that's going to let's say, book a holiday and surprise you with that. For me, because this is the Taurian energy, mostly, yes, it is someone who is very central. They love things of value. They will give you things that are very comforting. So, yeah, it's more about providing through acts of giving with this King of Pentacles. So this is someone that needs security. If this is someone that you've been dealing with, they're showing up as very slow moving. But the King of Pentacles, yes, is someone that acts. They will not move forward unless they've got the foundation. They've built, you know, they've invested in the foundation so that they can build something strong and long lasting. So if this is the person you thought was only sexually attracted to you, with the King of Pentacles, if this is the same person, that's not the fact. You're going to be finding out the truth about that. Now, let's take more cards. Let's take on the general energy, which is the Two of Wands. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was recording and that I'm not talking to a brick wall. The card that I'm going to take is, wow, we've got the King of Cups, people. Very, very interesting. Now, the King of Cups has shown up recently. I would say this is more than likely the Scorpio side of things. Why? Because we've got the 4 fixed energies. Okay, 4 fixed energies, which, as I said before, Leo, Aquarius, we've got Taurus, we've got Scorpio. We do have Capricorn here as well. So Sun, Moon or Rising people, I do feel as though the King of Cups is someone who is ready to share their emotions. We have had the Queen of Cups recently in this position here. We've also had both King of Cups and Queen of Cups shown recently on my videos. So I was talking about the King of Cups the other day and saying that, wow, okay, so we've got I was thinking of the King of Cups, that he hasn't been showing recently, and then he showed up. He doesn't show up very often, okay, but he's here today. King of Cups, we know, is someone who is open emotionally, okay? So we've all got the archetypes, the 4 archetypes within us. We've got fire, earth, air, and water. So again, this could be the same person. The general energy is that he's ready to communicate. Okay, and we know that the King of Cups, for some of you, if this was someone in the reverse, this could be someone that's quite manipulative. So I'm going to say that as well for some of you out there. Let's take the position of the devil. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of dark energy. Even here, we've got the skull. This is the 8 of Pentacles, which is Virgo. Virgo is someone who is not scared to look into the shadows, and we could be talking about even a Scorpio that's doing something quite dark. I don't know what this is, everyone. I don't know what this is. We've got Saturn and Pluto here, and I'm going to say that whatever started, wow, Knight of Cups here. This person is standing in their fear, but they're going to come through. We've got the Knight and then the King. This reading here stems from the beginning of January, I'm going to say, because I get that Plutonian feeling with Saturn. This is referencing back to the eclipse of the beginning of the year. And we are coming into eclipse energies in less than a month. Things will be already showing up. What's that 10 of Pentacles? And we have the World card. So the ending of a family situation, the ending of hardship where money is concerned. Some of you could have family at a distance and you're not able to travel. You've been hoping to come closer to family, your support system, okay? Some of you could be supporting family financially. Let's look at that King of Swords in the now. And we've got the Queen of Swords, everyone. So truth will be told. The truth is here. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. This is the last duel. And what I mean by that is that for those of you that are closing a past cycle, a chapter, whether this is a separation, a divorce, you know, the final conversation, there is going to be a lot of truth. And I feel as though a lot of you are closing that chapter. Yes. Closing that chapter. For others of you, this may not be. If you're in a committed partnership or relationship, this could just be a chapter where there hasn't been much love because people have been coming from fear. We've got the Fool card here right on top of that Ace of Cups. That's exactly what I've been saying. The new beginning is someone that's willing to take a risk. And we know that the Fool is someone who travels lightly. So the severing ties of that heavy weight, that dead skin, will be made. Let's have a look at the Star. Someone's ready to move towards the future. They're ready to go with their beliefs. They're ready to go with what they understand to be true. And they're ready to take that risk. Okay, and this could be sudden change because the Star is Uranus. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Okay, now Uranus is transiting the sign of Taurus. So we're changing up. If there's no value in our relationship, there's no value in, let's say, mending past grievances in family members, there's going to be a severing of that. Let's take the Star. And we've got the High Priestess. So trust your intuition, people, that you will know what's been hidden. Go with what you feel to be true. A High Priestess is very spiritual. She's someone who's very respected. Someone who holds a lot of knowledge. And some of you are following your wish fulfillment, even though there's things that are still hidden that you haven't seen. Let's have a look at that Sun. And we've got the Ace of Swords. Yes, the truth will prevail, everyone. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Speaking the truth, speaking from the heart. Being open and very innocent and speaking about even self-worth issues. Whoever's gone through issues of self-worth, I feel as though this is a new cycle. As we know, the full is Aries and Chiron is transiting Aries, and that is wounds, childhood conditioning wounds that may have come up to the surface with all this fear. And that's even anything to do with our psychological state, everyone. Okay? What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Strength card. So have the courage, as I said in the last reading. Have the courage, trust in your abilities, know that you can manifest. And a lot of you have been very, very patient. The Strength card is someone that's going to be strong, and they're going to fix the situation, mend it. Okay, so don't forget we've got the Lion, which is the king of the jungle. Okay, even on a collective scale. I want to take one card on this King of Wands in the divine position. And we've got Justice, everyone. There's that sword again, the sword of clarity. This is harmony, equilibrium. This is Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus. Yes. So we've also got, I want to mention cardinal energy. Cardinal energy is taking the action. So we've got Aries, we've got Capricorn, we've got Libra. And the only card here of the cardinal signs that is missing is the moon, which is Cancer. All right. Wow. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands is taking action, moving towards what you desire. Everyone, let's take the handwritten cards for you. Ace of Swords, clarity, a perception of a new beginning. But the driving force here is the heart. Now we've got two couples. We've got King and Queen of Wands. We've got King and Queen of Swords. We've got the King of Cups. What is missing here is the Queen of Cups. Now we know that the High Priestess is very similar with the Queen of Cups, as there is strong intuition. The High Priestess also, she's a number 2, so she wants to find the balance. She wants to be able to see the truth, things that are hidden. She's got the knowledge, right? She's got the perception. She's got her third eye is open. So for those of you that feel that this is your energy, you need to trust in that. Now the High Priestess, again, very spiritual. You may be receiving messages through spirit. Okay, so keep your head, keep your eyes open. Messages can come through in many different ways. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 cards, as we've got a few couples here. I will leave it to you to put these messages where you think they're important, because we've got a repetition of couples here. Let's take the masculine message. The physical distance between us is so great. I need to decide if I can do this. Time will tell. So all about timing. Let's take one more on that masculine. This is my truth. Take another card. So there is truth being spoken from the masculine in this reading. I had been dreaming about you before I met you. So they understand that this is a very, very strong connection that goes, that comes from the past, maybe from another lifetime. Let's take now the feminine, the divine feminine message. You grew a flower in my heart, which I call love. Okay, so the feminine message is very right on. There is a lot of love here. Now, what is she going to do? Of course, that's your own You have to use your own perception and just take the messages, obviously, that resonate for you. I want to take just one card, everyone, on that King of Cups with the door that is open here, the Two of Wands. I want to have a look at this King of Cups as he could be making a decision between two different people, or he may be leaving someone behind or a situation behind and moving into what he desires. Okay, is he going to step through that doorway? And we've got the Five of Pentacles, so I'm going to say that there is an issue, financial issue, or a sense of lack. If this is a world travel, if this is someone that needs to cover a lot of ground, or they're at a physical distance, they're not able to do that now. Okay, we've also got the finances and career. Let's take another card. We've got the Nine of Wands. So they're waiting on this lockdown to cease before they can do any, before they can take that action. We do have the King of Wands here, which is holding that Ace of Wands. I feel as though they will, as soon as the door is open. This is Libra, and Libra is all about balance. This King of Wands is wanting to move into something that is going to bring them harmony, balance, equilibrium, but also some of you may be dealing with someone that needs to go through their, through the red tape, through anything to do with the law before they can take that next step with you, okay? Or into whatever they love. All right, everyone, I think I will leave it at that. Thank you so much. Sending you much love, much light. I will be back on Monday. Thank you again for all that you do. Talk to you soon.